Are you looking for the best new farming sims and life sims to pour dozens of hours into? Well, you've come to the right place because in this video I'm highlighting 10 incredibly cozy upcoming farming and life sims releasing this year that you don't want to miss. Sit back, relax, and let's get right into the list. Starting off the list strong is Harvest Days. Harvest Days is an open world farming sim RPG where there are no traffic jams, no skyscrapers, and no boredom. In this game, you'll set off to escape your 9-to-5 grind and turn your dreams of starting anew into reality. You'll take over a small forgotten farm surrounded by friendly animals and cheerful neighbors and turn it into your vision of home. Harvest Days has a vast world filled with plenty of relaxing activities like fishing and horseback riding, as well as a community of NPCs to trade with and get to know better over time. There are also plenty of secrets to discover here if you're in the mood for exploring. If not, Harvest Days is very much a relaxing, go-at-your-own-pace type of experience where you can prioritize what you want to do. I love the low-poly presentation, and I'm interested to check out this game's world in April. At number 9, we have a life sim with a medical twist in Potion Permit. Potion Permit is a life sim RPG where you take the role of the most accomplished chemist around. With your trusty tools, a brewing cauldron, and a canine companion at your side, you'll need to diagnose symptoms, gather ingredients, brew potions, and cure the ailments of Moonbury's residents. The small but close community of Moonbury has around 30 unique inhabitants who will occasionally fall ill and call for your aid. You'll first need to diagnose symptoms in order to find a cure. Whether it's a shoulder cramp or a low heart rate, you'll be able to help each resident with a remedy. Crafting these cures will require you to set out into the world where various conditions and some nasty monsters will be in your way. I look forward to brewing remedies and building up the town sometime in 2022. Next up is the tropical theme Spirit of the Island. Spirit of the Island is a colorful co-op farming and life sim RPG set on a tropical archipelago. You'll need to build your farm, grow crops, raise animals, craft various items, cook dishes, gather resources, and build shops and museums in order to turn a desolate island into a prosperous tourist destination. When you first arrive to the archipelago that's a shade of its former glory, you'll need to set out and explore in order to build up your home, grow your own food, and gather resources. Whatever you decide to spend your time on, you'll always gain experience, which will help you to improve your skills and become more efficient over time. You can also experience all Spirit of the Island has to offer through online co-op complete with resource sharing, which I love to see. Spirit of the Island launches in early access very soon. Now, at number 7, we have a cool new take on the farming sim genre with Sunnyside. Sunnyside is a farming sim where you must bridge the gap between traditional practices and modern influences as you find harmony in the Japanese countryside. After purchasing your first plot of land in an aging post town, you'll set out to cultivate new experiences, building a thriving homestead and letting your relationships with the locals blossom. While a lot of the familiar aspects of farming sims are present in Sunnyside, the game aims to create more of a balance by introducing modern technologies into the farming experience. Out are the watering cans and shipping containers, and in are solar panels, electric water pumps, among other contemporary machines to reduce some of that daily grind. I'm really looking forward to creating a self-sufficient homestead, and I'll be able to sometime later this year. Up next, we have a farming sim set in space with One Lonely Outpost. One Lonely Outpost is a farming sim where you set off to start a farming colony and grow it into a vibrant community. You'll start out with just an ancient space RV, your handy tech gauntlet, and a handful of potato seeds, and from there, you'll work to build up your colony. One of the key factors that sets this game apart is the critical choice of the direction of your farm. Whether you opt for an all-natural farm or a high-tech one, you can choose between a life of natural produce or one with robo-cows and gene-spliced crops. You can explore alien ruins, build relationships with the many different characters that will join your colony, and have a blast with various mini-games along the way. With online co-op for up to 3 other players, I can't wait to check this out in a group later this year. At number 5, we have a farming sim with an adorable presentation with Snacko. Snacko is a farming sim starring a former big city kitty who sets out with her childhood best friend in hopes of finding something more fulfilling than a 9-to-5 office job. In this farming cat venture, you'll grow crops, raise fluffy cows, go fishing, exploring, customizing, decorating, and so much more. You can gather supplies to build everything from furniture to houses to farming materials and turn the fruits of your labor into delicious dishes for yourself or your friends. There's more than meets the eye when it comes to Snacko. From snowy peaks to a sweltering desert, you'll need to seek out the island shrines to an ancient goddess and lift the curse if you want to truly rebuild the island. I've been following the development of Snacko for a while now, and the more I see of it, the more excited I get. Next up, we have the visually gorgeous Coral Island. Coral Island is a reimagined farm sim game inspired by classics where you grow crops, nurture animals, and befriend the islanders. In Coral Island, you'll determine what you want to focus on and when, and there is a ton to do in this game. You can choose to transform your farm, traverse the forgotten caverns for rare loot, explore the coral reefs, liven up the community, and so much more. For those who are interested in the romantic aspects of life sims, Coral Island has got you covered. There's a diverse cast of 16 dateable characters that you can get to know over time, and if you find that special someone, you can build a life together. I love the look of this game with its level of detail in various areas as well as the specific character designs, particularly when engaging in dialogue. Coral Island launches later this year. At number 3, we have a farming and life sim with a unique setting in Roots of Pacha. Roots of Pacha is a farming and life sim sandbox game where you set off to become part of a thriving Stone Age community. In this game, you'll discover ideas, domesticate crops, befriend animals, and contribute to the growth of your village. As you begin your journey of discovery, you'll develop the tools and ideas that reshape the primitive world. Learn to process and preserve food, begin metalworking, create beautiful art, unlock your clan spirituality, and invent new buildings to expand your village as you please. There is so much to do here, but thankfully the game was developed with multiplayer in mind. Online multiplayer is included so you can experience the early days of civilization with your friends. I love that feature as much as I adore the pixel art presentation. Next up, we have the visually stunning Akka. Akka is a relaxing farming sim adventure RPG about finding inner peace. space. On these carefully handcrafted islands, you can feed baby dragons, take care of the flora and fauna, and much more. But demons from your past might come back to remind you of what you want to forget. The farming system in Akka is inspired by permaculture, which is a sustainable way of agriculture that focuses on renewable natural resources. When you collect more resources while visiting the game's multiple biomes, you can craft various shelters, props, tools, and food. Akka's overall art direction and presentation is outstanding, and I can't wait to ride my bike around the world, swim in the hot springs, or just take everything in and look at the clouds. Did I mention you can nap on a giant capybara in Akka? Because that's a major selling point for me. At number 1, we have the highly anticipated My Time at Sandrock. My Time at Sandrock is a life sim, crafting, and farming RPG that takes place in a wholesome post-apocalyptic world 300 years after the Day of Calamity destroyed most modern technologies. As a fledgling builder, you must use your trusty toolset to gather resources, construct machines, and turn your rundown workshop into a well-oiled production facility to save the town from economic ruin. What impresses me so much about My Time at Sandrock is how the game is built upon its predecessor, My Time at Portia. After gathering resources, you can craft hundreds of unique items, farm to grow crops for money, and assist with building up the community. Monsters await in this game, and combat looks very engaging. I look forward to making meaningful connections with the locals of Sandrock in 2022. And there we have it, my top most anticipated farming and life sims of 2022. Which games from this list are you most excited about? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you're always in search of your next favorite games, then make sure to subscribe for more videos like this one. Speaking of more videos like this one, you can click on either of these links on screen now, and I'll see you in the next one.